Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. So last episode we built this other ring here to sort out animal feed, and it works. Had issues getting count blocks on there. I've had a bit of a play trying to get some more going, and I can't figure it out, so I'm going to have to ask on Discord whether there's a bug there with the blocks, or whether the blocks aren't doing the right things. If you can see me doing something obviously wrong, please do let me know, because I honestly thought a number block would count what was added to it, or a counter would add numbers to it and take numbers away. I don't know. But what I need to do for this one is we need to add in a barrier gate, like so. This one one's where I've actually put the agent trigger off to the side, just because it looks better, no other reason. 5 and 0.5. So we want to make that one 0.5, and that one should be 5. Okay, and then how does this work? Agent trigger goes to the 5-second one. That one there. The 5-second one goes to the timer block and the toggle, and the second time block goes to the toggle, and then the toggle goes to the press there. And then the way this one works, I don't know if I explained this before, is a cart comes in, hits the agent trigger, and it triggers the 5-second timer, and it waits for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, it opens the gate. After 5 seconds, it toggles this timer and the toggle block. The toggle block goes yes and opens the gate. Then 0.5 seconds later, this timer triggers, sets the toggle block to no, and closes the gate. Half a second's about the right time for letting the cart through. So that's right. I've got it set to 5 seconds, which is quite a long time, to be honest with you. It's the ideal time for this setup up here, but it's not ideal for other places, so we're just going to have to see, and I'm not entirely sure this is actually working. I think that might have not toggled because that cart was there already. There we go, now it's letting through one at a time. Not sure why you're false. Why are you false when you have less than 150 in there? Why are you false? You go to the timer goes to the toggle goes to the AND gate. Why is the toggle set to false again? That should be set to true. I think sometimes you get multiple carts, and it throws things off. So there we go, now that's sending everyone around. The simpler way to do this would actually be to have this loop come along and just go along the back of these here, and just have it fill up each barn in order as it goes. And then as soon as each barn becomes above 150, we'll just go stop grabbing. So yeah, so we're going to drop off. I just want to check whether this system works. I'm going to go into something else. I don't want to do logic for this episode again, because it can't be all that exciting. Keep watching the same thing. This is just under the 5 seconds. Isn't long enough for a cut to go down, do this, come back again. So I might set that even longer. Yeah, I think perhaps having like 7 seconds might make more sense. Now we're getting empty rail carts here. You're going to return to the main loop, because this had over 150 on it, so it didn't ask for any more. Okay, yeah, I think 7 seconds is probably enough. Obviously, if they do grab some, it's going to be... So you are going to not toggle go down. Okay, you're going to be false, so you shouldn't grab anything anyway. So you're going to grab from that one for some reason. Probably because of the way the toggles work, but it's fine. It's getting there. It's getting there. I'm also not really sure why I have that set to 150. Surely I should just have every cart that comes down is allowed to go down. Then if it's above 150 on all three of them, it will just stop this pull function. So every cart can come down if there's the ability to have it. But that makes sense in my head. I'm gonna untoggle these from there. Then that way these are always true unless there's a cart on the track. Then it'd be false. So okay, there we go. We've released another cart that's come off and gone back onto the main loop. We're going to pick up some milk, which is probably needed. You can come off there. That gives that time to toggle, so the next one can go down. So yeah, 7 seconds is a good timer for this one here. Another cart has been freed. And another cart's going to be freed as well, I think. Yep, and it's going to stay free because that's above 150. And it will obviously, these ones will end up probably toggling down a lot more, but we're currently using milk, I think, the highest, and then a bit of chicken. So yeah, we are getting there. Obviously, this one will fill up. Then when this one's completely full up, the carts will not be able to drop anymore, and they'll just go to the next one, and that one will fill up. Not sure why that's closed. Why is that one closed? You should be true. You should be true. Okay, there we go. They're all true now. Good. Right. So we're grabbing lots of milk. Which is kind of interesting because that means we're going to end up with low, because we've now got another cart there of milk, another cart here of milk, and another cart there of milk, and there. So yeah, I think I need multiple drop-offs of different items and have them being like under 100, because we could end up potentially, I mean, like here we've got well, we had 1, 2, 3 carts which can carry 20 each. That's 60 milk on the track. So, and this can only carry 50 maximum. So yeah, that little delay there, although fantastic for helping this sort things out, is causing a bit of lag essentially with the system. So we need deeper buffers up here, I think. We could do that. We could do that sort of now, couldn't we? I could have 2 here instead of the 1. I did kind of want each one have a kitchen individually. I think I might do that actually. Let's do that kitchen thing. Let's do that. So I'm going to leave a 2 gap between each one, and yep, like so. And that's not going to leave much space because there was 16 recipes, wasn't there? I think we figured out. In the end, there was 60. Yeah, I think there was 16 recipes or 17 recipes in the end, which 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh wow, well off. 21 recipes. Okay, so we need 21 kitchens. That's going to be a lot of kitchens. And some of them need multiple recipes, multiple items for having things come in. So again, that's the sort of thing that requires its own loop, its own. You'd have a barn of each individual thing, and then you'd have to filter them out in different places. So yeah, I mean, this is just going to be the bread one. What do you need to make a sandwich? Don't actually require any base ingredients. So in theory, I'm not sure where my boat is. There is my boat. Why did my boat stop in the middle of the ocean? Pick up the boat. I did notice that. I did notice it stopped. I wonder whether it's just because it was too far for it to travel, perhaps. Not sure. There we go. Now it's doing it. Yeah, it wouldn't travel from the other side there. I did try and set it between episodes a couple of times. It wouldn't do it. So yeah, there we go. Right, now you're producing fish. Fish come down. Awesome. So we're getting fish as well. We can cook fish as well, I believe. Can you cook fish? Yeah, we can make fish oil. Obviously, not every one of these is an actual recipe that will be used. By the food market, actually, tonight, I think there's only going to be like 3 of them, by the looks of it, which don't get used by the rest. Oh, 4 remedy as well. So that's 21, that's 17, that's where I figured it out. Yep. So there are 17 recipes that can be used by the oh, my brain has failed. There are 17 recipes that can be used by the food market, and there are 4 recipes in the kitchen that are used by other goods. So we need 17 kitchens in total, and a lot of them would have to talk to each other because there are some recipes that get shared. That's where things become very complicated, and I really wish you could do stupid advanced logic like for instance, if I don't have a piece of bread on me, you cook me a single piece of bread and go. But that wouldn't really work because that's not how it works. So yeah, right. However, we need we need 1, 2, and 3 of those. We need lots of rail tracks. And we don't actually need this here at all. Do we? No, we don't. We don't need this here at all. Because each one of these is going to do its own individual thing, and then that kitchen is going to do its own thing. I think. Yep. And then also I'm going to move this barn here as well to be there, and it will get deleted. Empty your fish out there. There we go. Right, and you'll see why in just a moment, because I'm going to have right, let's remove those. That will stop everything later on, I think. Okay, right. Then let's remove, oh dear, so let's remove the tracks. Right, there we go. Okay, and then you've got stuff in you which I'm gonna get confused on. But let's just remove it for the minute. It will all go into the base and we can sort it out later. So, right, you are going to have your recipes changed. You are instead going to have sandwich, and you're going to have cooked fish. Fish. Where was fish? There. Cooked fish. You're going to do those 2. So the fish can come into this barn. So from you, grab fish, drop in barn. It will come into here and get cooked. Don't know whether raw fish is used in anything else. It is used in fish oil, but we can filter off this barn if we need to, I think. Only used in fish oil. So you're going to do two. You're going to do cooked fish, and you're going to do the other one. We're going to do cooked fish and sandwich. Okay. So we now need conveyor belts. We need to run conveyor belts down here because every one of these is going to need a coal supply. Hopefully our coal can keep up. Should be able to. Right. You're gonna do bread, I think. I don't think bread is using anything else other than just a sandwich, isn't it? Yep, bread is made from flour and potato, or it is made from just flour. Really confused as to why there are two bread recipes. That one just seems like it would never really get used. It's the same time and uses more resources, so not quite sure about that. Oh no, it uses one less flour. So okay, that makes sense. But you're going to be bread. So you are bread, which means you're going to be a barn full of flour. You're going to be the next thing that was required in the sandwich, which is cheese. Means you're going to be not filtered to anything. You're going to have 2 filter slots, which is going to be milk, then cloth, and cloth. Okay, and then you are going to be the last thing that's required, and that is chicken. So you're going to be filtered to raw chicken, and you're going to be set to cook chicken, which is up here. Cook chicken. Okie dokie. There we go. Right. So, although the raw recipes can come in and be used for food, they're not going to. We're not going to use any raw recipes. So, same with fish. The fish is not going to be used raw. It's going to be always cooked. Okay. So, let me grab some scaffolding of some description. Do I want to use wood pillars? I think so. I think that's going to make sense because you can cram more into the system with wood pillars than anything else. Oh, right. That way. And we're going to have a pusher pushing that way. And then we'll up 2. Put in another conveyor, and that does work. That actually does work. Oh, I can't use those. I've got to use it. So I've got to run basically wooden pillars all the way down. You do not need the 2 layers, right? Then you are going to go that way with the pusher facing that way, and in fact, you know what? I'm not going to use there. We're going to grab scaffold blocks, please, and ooh, okay. Scaffold blocks. Oh, scaffold ramps now a separate thing. Okay. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. There. Think that'll work. Yep, I'm pretty sure that'll work. Okay, And then we want to grab these and do another. Four, five, and then oh, I can't put it underneath there. That's a little annoying, because that would block it. So I okay. Scaffold block. Can't put inside there. Ah, okay. Right, so we're gonna have to do it. All the way then, I suppose. So that's the next one. So that goes. Ooh. So, right, and then this one goes on top again. And again, we go that way with a pusher that way. Line all the way along there. And I believe that will work. It's very close together, but I believe it does work. Obviously, it won't work here because we need a grabber. There, and a grabber there. Okay, and then that will work. We don't do grabber on the bottom row because that's fine there. And the idea of this is that the output from all of these will come along these conveyors, and if there is space, they will go right. The pusher will push them right. If there is no space right, because the conveyors are left, they will go left instead and into this barn here. So you will get all your inputs required for your sandwich and your fish. That's an input, and you won't output the fish, because at least I don't believe you will. You are going to output all your rare stuff that you've got in storage. That's absolutely fine. No issue with that at all. That kitchen does not require any coal, so I didn't need to feed it to coal. That's fine. Right. You stop outputting stuff because we're waiting for things to be picked up. Okay, I really feel as if I should do that just to try and separate these minecarts out a little bit so they're not overlapping as much. And then it can grab things and do things, and you're going to output cloth, which I suppose gets used in one of these anyway, so that's not a bad thing. Right, but we need to deal with this, which we can do in a cart. Let's grab ourselves a cart. We've got a harvester there, which I don't need anymore. Let's get rid of that one. Grab a wagon there. Okay, so wagon. I would like to grab flour. You don't need flour. I would like you to grab milk. Put milk in there, please, if you don't mind. Your beef storage, temporary beef storage, that's fine. Right. then we want to obviously have oh, no, not on that one. Outputs going along there. That one, and that one. Right. You're taking milk out and put that in there. Okie dokie. Right. And then we just need to put in the rail system. We'll go the opposite way, yep, because that makes sense. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And there. And then this one also needs that. Done better than that. We need to do on there and across there. Across there. 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 And oh, gone past it. Up there. Right. Okay, and then that center one actually only needs to be a straight. And a that way you can be a straight as well. Okay. Yes and no, no and yes, no and yes. That makes sense. Down that way. Up. Up. Okay, right. Okie, right now you need to grab cloth. Okay. Right, and then we want to grab our little filter system, don't we? So we need an agent trigger. We need a toggle block. Toggle. There. And then we need a timer lock. Timer. We are also going to need an AND function here, which means I need to move this barn because you're in the way. Pause it. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. You are going to be set to flour. You are going to be set to milk. No, don't leak. No, you are going to be set to cloth. And you are going to be set to chicken. Okay. And we go agent to timer, timer to toggle block. We want to full function at the end of all of these as well. Yep. Going to be an AND gate for all of them. I really wish you could copy them as their gates rather than blank slots, but that shouldn't matter anyway. Right, so we go in agents timer, timer to toggle, toggle to AND block to function. Click that, that comes up. You to timer, timer to toggle block to full function and full function, and then you to there, you to there. All that. And then same here, you to there, you to there, you to there. There, that was very descriptive of me. Well done. Right, and I'm not entirely sure why I wanted the and functions there now I think about it, because we don't have anywhere else that's required. I could literally just put it to the sorter. Because the AND solutions are down here on the pickups, not the drop-offs. So let's remove those because that's not required. Let's not make this more complicated than it already is. There we go. Right. So you come along. You are milk. You go down here. You toggle that agent trigger. You then go down here. Drop off your goods, come back out again, toggle that agent trigger, come out of there, and away you go. Hopefully that won't get caught in a loop. No, it won't. Okay. We then also need inventory sensors, which I'm going to put there, there. And we're gonna, oh, hold on, nearly got that wrong. We need 2 inventory sensors for this one, and 1 for each of those. So let's grab the math block, and we're going to move you out to there instead. Okay, so you are going to go to there, you're going to go to there, then you go to that one, you go to that one, you go to that one. You are going to say if it's great, no, if it's less than 100, then it's true, and you'll be the same. You're going to be less than 100. That's true. Right. However, you are going to be less than 50. You're going to be the same. You are going to be less than 50, and the reason behind that is because this barn stores 2 lots of things. Stores milk and that. So once one is full, we don't want the other one to come along. We could potentially have, say, 60 milk in the system. So over 50 means we've got 50 slots spare. So that may not quite work. We might have to toggle those numbers, but we'll figure it out. So, right, you are looking for flour. I did say this wasn't going to be a logic episode, and I'm going and doing logic, so I'm sorry about that, but it gets you, it grabs you for some reason, trying to figure it all out, trying to get it all working. Weird, very, very weird. I've never really won for, although actually tell a lie, when I played Factorio, I loved the railway system. I loved making complicated network where trains went round, and if they had low fuel they would come and grab fuel and so on and so forth, and just I really, really did like that. Awesome. Right, so flour. So if you are lower than 100, say yes to flour, which is that toggle and that toggle. Okay. You, if you're less than 50 milk, then say yes to that toggle. If you are less than 50 cloth, say yes to that toggle. And you, if you're less than 100 chicken, say yes to in, which is that toggle there. Okay. And then the system should work. The system should pretty much completely work. And I probably don't even need that delay there anymore, if I'm honest with you. I'm thinking of leaving it though, just in case, because it seems like spreading things out is the better way to do stuff. So Yeah, oh, we've even got a coal coming along. That's good. Here we go. We've got someone joined our animal feed system. But obviously, it requires animal feed. I should probably have a shortcut for those empty carts to come back up again, shouldn't I? Because that is a bit nuts. I suppose really I should have the input for the empty carts down here and the output here. Simply because then any cart that hasn't grabbed anything, because this is not required, will then go onto the animal feed. Which means animal feed takes less of a priority. Rather than taking priority, because it does look as if it's grabbing too many carts at once. So I can't filter out how many carts it can grab at once. That's a problem. You have another milk cart running around doing things, I suppose, and we've got another milk cart there. That's the problem with having this barrier gate in this position. It slows down the system. So yeah, that needs to be less than that. So I'm going to actually say 20 on these two, because we don't know how many is going to be in the system, and it's currently got 100. And and of course this one isn't going to work this way, because I'm an idiot and forgot that if it's got 2 inputs it needs 2 outputs. So let's pause that and do 2 outputs for it. And we're going to say you grab milk, and don't link up, don't need to link up, stop that, thank you. And you are to grab cloth. So this barn can actually do something now. Right, there we go. And chicken's coming along. Chicken is going into here. That's got 20 chicken. Then chicken is going into here, but it's not going anywhere or being grabbed by anything at the moment because we don't have enough carts grabbing things at the moment, I suppose. By the time one cart's done, another sandwich comes along, and we get a single sandwich being grabbed individually, which is not ideal. Don't particularly want that. But it looks as if that's kind of what we're going to get for the minute. So, okay. Although the sandwiches will stop being made in just a moment because we're going to run out of bread. And our cheese is not being made properly. Cheese is being made. Cheese is coming down. Ah, there we go. Cheese. Had cheese, made bread. Right. But we'll run out of bread soon because our flour has come to a halt again by the looks of it. Because we've got milk everywhere instead. Which is fine. So this is working and being interesting. You're grabbing chicken. Yeah, because bread's the last one on the list. It's going to struggle. Which probably means we could do with having it as a higher priority than anything else. Or a higher filter than anything else. As in, I could have it set to, that could go down to 50, that could go to 200. No, not 200, 150, so there's always space in there. So, right, raw chicken there, please, if you don't mind. And would kind of like you to grab it out of there as well, but I don't know if you can make that journey. I think you can. So you're now getting chicken being put into your cooking chicken. It's coming down. This is full, so it's going into the barn instead, which is fine. I think. Yeah, your chicken and then becoming chicken and right. That can go. Okay, you want to grab raw chicken and put it in there. And then I want to filter that second one with fish when I can, because I always want output for fish, because otherwise this barn, not this barn, the barn's output could cap out, like I think it has right now. It's got nowhere to put its fish, so it stops. So it stops doing sandwiches, and we don't want that. We don't want that. We want I could put in second conveyor belt so that it could have output of fish and bread. But I think instead I'm kind of leaning towards just having fish as a output on here. The sandwiches I don't think are going to be made as often as fish. And although it's true fish might fill up the system, it doesn't matter. Although that being said, we've got other slots here as well. But then the only things that this barn should ever get into it: chicken, cheese, bread. Oh no, there is 5 things that could potentially end up in this barn. 5 things, and the barn's only capable of storing 4. I mean, I could always say never take bread. That would probably work. Bread is going to be an issue for us. I predict bread is going to be an issue. He says there's 100 flour turns up inside the system, so this is working. But I think bread is probably going to be a problem. So if I was to say you can take sandwich, fish, cooked chicken and cheese, but no bread, then bread will always remain on the line. Put up this, although potentially right now cheese is the problem, and the only reason for that is because cheese is actually slow to make. So I don't think that was a good idea. Or maybe it's a good idea. It can take priority from that rather than. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Right. Yeah, maybe I'll just leave it as is. I think maybe I'll just have. Oh, there's always going to be spaces for sandwiches, and then if the system clogs up because there's no fish, then it can't output the sandwich because it's clogged up with fish, which means the top storage slot will empty because it can't get any more of them, and then our carts will start taking fish because they're the second one on the list. So yeah, I think that will work. I think that will actually work. We're getting lots of empty rail carts coming along now, so that means this system is working. Things are actually being picked up and dropped off and doing what they need to do, which is awesome. Yeah, which is awesome. I am, however, going to move, as I said earlier on, I'm going to move this. You're going to end up there, but not like that, because that's dumb. Let's do a straight one there. We'll do a like that, and then a curve, like that, but on and only on, and then you go that way. And then we're going to copy this over to here. So pull function, sorter, inventory sensor, and a math block. So And if I ever figured out the agent trigger system, I will add it to it. But yeah, so we just want it to be an AND gate. We want to be equal to nothing. Okay, it's a shame there is just no filter on here that says empty cart. That would be nice. But there isn't. Anyway, so inventory sensor goes to math blocks go to ball function goes to there, and you go to ball function as well. So the carts come in here, we'll go along here and get stopped to make sure everything's working for the loop. Then we'll go and grab what they need to do and go around the loop again. And then if they come to here again and go along and they're not required, they will leave down here and then grab bits and pieces here and then go around and so on and so forth. So if we can't grab anything from here because it's not required, then there will be empty carts here. Does mean our animal feed's probably going to starve, but I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah. Okay. So, right. There is more logic-y things done that I wasn't going to do, but I like it. I like logic. I like it. I might be addicted. Might be addicted to logic. Is that a bad thing? Is it? I don't really know. Not sure why I don't have that come straight down. Oh yeah, I don't have it come straight down because I'm not quite sure how sorters work on corners. I mean, I assume that the cart will go around a corner if the sorter says no, but I don't know, so that's why that's not there. I can move to over one, but I don't want to. So we're just going out and along and come back there again. So, right. So that's our kitchen system set up now to produce more of everything, I think. And as you get your fish in, you're going to cook your fish. And as you get your sandwiches in, you're going to cook your sandwiches. Okay. You've also got the bonus of power. I think... if I drop these down to one worker, then it's not as fast, which is fine. But I think if I go into the power network, I want to add power. I want to add one to there as well. Not to the others. I don't think cooked chicken needs it. That's only 5 seconds, and that's only 4 seconds. You probably don't need it because you've got 3 and 5 seconds, but the cheese definitely does. That's 10 seconds for cheese. And it's got no cloth. Why are we struggling for cloth? Because that was set to false. Must remember, when putting down toggles for the first time, they are set to false by default. Okay. Yeah, and having these little stops in these places helps to just spread stuff out all over the place. Our farms are working hard, doing their thing. Okay. We're going to go down onto the animal feed grid. You're going to probably join them. Yep, because these are lower than what they require. That means that flour is still the absolute lowest on the whole system. Followed by animal feed, and then everything going on there. So yeah, flour is still the lowest, but flour's okay. Cloth is a problem as well, because cloth comes slightly higher priority than flour, but not high enough to warrant anything. You're going to come along, and are you going to trigger and end up down here? No, you're not. Cool. So you can't go and drop off there. You're going to go up there and grab some cloth for us. Yes, you are. Thank you very much. We're over 100 coal, so you're not calling for anything. Can't drop any milk off because there. Yeah, see, we've got even though I set this down to 20 now, we've got 20 there, 40, 60, 80 because that potentially had a full load in it. 100. We had 100 extra milk in the system, even though that was set down to 20, which is one cart drop off. So by the time one cart actually got from here to here and dropped it off, 5 other carts filled up. That is potentially a problem. And there's no other real way I can do it. I don't like leaving it in the cart. I don't mind leaving it in a barn somewhere, but I don't particularly want to leave it in the cart because that's then taking up them doing it. See this is requested cloth, and I've just toggled that to get the cloth going. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80 cloth coming. No, that's not going to be cloth. Okay, so 60 cloth coming before one drops off in there. And of course, hold on, there's a little problem here. One drops off in the barn, it outputs one instantly, which drops it below the 20 mark, which makes that true again. So they actually need to come down lower than that, don't they? They need to come down to like, I mean, I could set them to like 1, but I don't know. I'm tweaking stuff on camera that I should probably be doing off camera. I should be getting the numbers and the setup right and doing it and not boring you all by showing it all, but maybe I am boring some of you, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm sure there are a few of you out there that are like seeing how the process works, and that's spot on, because as I said, you can improve on this. You could figure it out. You can see what I'm doing here, what I'm doing wrong, and build your own system that would be better than this. Or maybe you're trying to build something similar to this sort of thing, or it inspires you to build something, and you can see the process that I'm having. If I was to cut it all out and just go, oh yeah, these are the exact numbers you want to do, you wouldn't know how I got to those numbers. So you might be like, well, no, that's not right. That should be a different thing, and then you'd have the problems. But you've set them there. Maybe you got a smaller loop, because that would be the thing. If you had a smaller loop, those numbers could be higher because it takes less time to get along. You could have color crosses here. You could say if I mean, that is something you could easily do here. Actually, you could have a come down, do this rather than join the main loop, come straight back up and join the output loop. You could have an output rail and an input rail, and whenever a cart is not empty, it just comes out and joins the input to go somewhere else, and whenever it is empty, it joins the output. You could do that. There's no reason why you couldn't potentially do that. You could even potentially have it so that these are set back even further and multiple trains come along and just stop and wait. You could have a barrier gate and go in, British barrier gate, just go stop train there. If this is full, and then when it goes lower, we'll let a train through and it'll drop off, and then it'll go. That's probably not ideal, because then your trains will not be moving around doing things. So probably wouldn't want that. But you could. There's no reason why you couldn't have like I had here, where I had the train track. You have a train track come along. Say here, for instance, train come along. You can just go. If you've got milk, come onto this side track here. Only one block away. Just build it so it comes along by there, and then just have a barrier gate. Just go boom, stop there. So trains come off, stop there, and then go right. There's space for you. Okay, off you go. And you take them off the main loop so they don't block anything up, like a parking station. And then you could have the barn for where the milk goes at the end of it. So it'll go, oh, if there's space in the milk, okay, next train, come along, off you go. That sort of thing, that's a potential. I don't think that would work. You'd end up with lots of minecarts with just storage. So probably better doing it this sort of way with barns and the filters, so it's not as much. So I've dropped this down to 10, but I'm still getting loads of milk carts around. This just takes a long time to come across. This is the sort of one where probably it might make more sense to just say if there's none, then enable. And then we're going to end up grabbing 60 and doing that, but yeah. I don't know. I'll leave it at 10 and we'll see how it goes. 100 for the flour is not working at the moment, so I might even set that up to be higher. So let's go for 150. Okay, so stay full until we have 3 lots done, because it looks as if we're only ever going to get one carter in now and then that grabs flour. I could set a cart up to only be flour. I wonder what happens on the inventory sensors when you do that. Let's try that. You're going to get nominated to be a flour cart. Okay, let's follow the flour cart along. See what happens. You have nothing in you, but you are set to be in flour. So if I do this, then off you go. You're gonna nothing there, nothing there. What I'm concerned about is that it won't actually go down this flour route. But it won't go down that one. It'll go down this one, because it technically has flour in its inventory. No, it actually said I am empty, even though I'm set to flour. That's good. So that means I can have one cart dedicated to flour, because this is obviously broken. That means I can bring that back down to 100. I don't like having it so high. A little worried about it overfilling. But if I have one cart dedicated to flour, that means no matter where else he goes, he's going to end up going. Oh, I can't pick any of that up. So sorry, I can't pick any of that up. I've got to just carry on. I can't. I'm not allowed to pick up milk. I'm not allowed to pick up anything else. I can only pick up flour. Could mean you could end up on the animal feed loop for a bit, going around in circles with nothing, because he potentially is an empty cart and would end up on this loop and then be like, no, I can't pick up that, no, I can't pick up that, so let me leave, and then let me rejoin, and then let me leave, and let me rejoin. Which is well, we'll see. We'll just have one dedicated to that sort of thing. That's the sort of thing that you can do with this, with the whole filter system. You can have one dedicated to it, and it would be fine. The milk was under 10, and we probably ended up with another like 100 milk on the system. Let's see. I'm seeing another 3 carts there, and we're already at 30 odd. And there's a 4th cart. And a 5th car. Yeah, milk is an issue. We're grabbing too much milk. I do kind of want a buffer. That's the problem. We do need a little bit of a buffer. I'm wondering whether it might make a little bit of sense to store milk and cloth separately. I would need to redesign this though, because although I can fit 2 barns in there, I can't fit the rails in there. Although we didn't end up with 1 this time. 1 extra rail cart with milk on board. So that's not so bad, I don't think. The biggest issue I think here is that currently we have all of our empty carts going down into animal feed. And that was interesting. I'm sure I saw 2 carts come down then and leave the rails. Okay. Okay, right. So, I once again have realised I've been recording for an hour and I've done nothing in this episode at all. We've changed some bits up here, but I am so addicted to this logic. It is absolutely bananas. Maybe I could apply the logic somewhere else and then get away from that and get going a bit. So yeah, sorry, it's kind of come to a stall, this place, but I'm making excuses, and you know, I really need to sort of just be of the opinion of I'm enjoying the logic, I'm enjoying playing it, and I hope you enjoy me watching playing it. And if not, well, you can skip to the next episode when it comes out, and hopefully you'll have a bit less logic, which is probably not going to happen because I like this a lot. Anyway, that's where we're going to call this one to an end, I think, and I shall say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time, and until then, as always, have fun.